In this video, I want to show you how to make a backup of WordPress, of your WordPress site. And this is a good thing to know how to do. You'll need it if you ever want to move your WordPress to another server, or if you just want to protect yourself just in case something bad happens to your site. You should have backups fairly regularly. And there are plugins that can help with making backups, but I just want to show you how to do it manually so you know how to do it. Okay, so here I am on my WordPress site. The very first thing I need in order to make a backup is a copy of my WP content folder. So I'm going to go over to my FTP client, and here I am logged into my site, and in my public HTML folder is my manual folder, my manual install folder. Okay, so if I wanted to make a backup of this site, currently there's nothing particularly special about this site, but pretend I've installed lots of posts and I have all kinds of plugins and I've made a custom theme and everything else in here. So in this folder is the WP content folder. Everything we make in WordPress, everything we do that's unique happens in this folder. The rest of this stuff is just generic WordPress software that we would get with any install of WordPress, so there's nothing special about any of it. Okay, I mean it's special in that it works, but it's not special to this particular installation of WordPress. So I would need to make a copy of this by clicking it and dragging it to my desktop. I've already done that because it takes a few minutes for it to download, especially if you have a bunch of themes, a bunch of plugins, or if you've created a bunch of content and you have a lot of pictures that you've uploaded. All of that stuff would be in here in the plugins, the themes, and the uploads folders. For right now, there's not that much in there, but rather than sitting here and watching it download, I've already copied it down. So that's one piece that I need. The second piece that I need is the database itself. So we can get that by coming back to our cPanel and going back to phpMyAdmin and seeing our database here. So this is the database that I'm using. If you're not sure which database it is because you didn't choose the name yourself and it got automatically selected, you can always click on Browse for WP options to see that the URL actually matches the installation that you want to back up. If that matches, this is the correct database. So make sure you have the correct database. Make sure you click on the database name up here, not on one of the tables. Because if you click on one of the tables, you'll just export that table and that's not enough. You need to make sure you click on the database name like that and close this up. That database is selected, and then up here just choose export and then go. And it will download a file that includes, it's a .sql file, and it includes all of your database information. So I can go to my downloads folder over here, and here's my database right here. These two pieces, as long as I have these two pieces, the database and the WP content folder, I have everything I need to restore my website, and I'm completely safe. Of course, if I make new changes to my website and add more content, I'll have to do this again. But I could zip up these two files, compress two items, and now I've got, my WordPress backup. WP backup. And you could put a date on there or something like that. Put the actual date in there with today's date. So that you know that's when that backup was made. That's a good idea. So now you've got a complete backup of your website as of this date, and you could restore it no problem. Okay, so that shows you how to make a backup of your website. We'll look at restoring and moving WordPress in some separate videos.